how when a new girl walks into school, especially if she's super hot, everyone's heads turn? Yeah, well, that almost never happens with a new guy. But when Zach showed up at our school, it was like everyone was suddenly obsessed. People wouldn't stop talking about how cool he was. Yeah, he had that athletic vibe going on, but honestly, I didn't really care. He wasn't part of our crowd. Oh, right, let me explain. In our school, there are two groups, the Gold League and the Blue League. The Gold League, that's where all the super rich kids hang out, like elite level rich. And Zach, we heard he wasn't one of us, so I didn't bother paying attention. Anyway, I'm Bella, and obviously I'm part of the Gold League. Besides having like a million amazing qualities, I've been dating Mason for what feels like forever. If you want to know how we're all tangled up in this league mess, keep watching Out of a Book. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell for more drama. So let's talk about Mason. He's the most popular guy in school. Duh, son of the school trustee, captain of the football team, and yeah, the type who matches his sports car to his t-shirts. That kind of rich. He's always got people around him, but his main guy, Liam. If Mason tells Liam to sit, he sits. If Mason tells him to jump, Liam asks how high. Yeah, that kind of loyalty. In assemblies, it's a thing. Gold League sits in front, Blue League in the back. It's just how it goes. But then Zach shows up and sits with us. Everyone was like, what? Especially Mason. You could tell he was defensive, like someone was coming for his throne. Next day, Mason pulls up to school and sees a bike parked in his spot. Yep, Zach's bike. Mason's all heated. Move your bike or I'm throwing it out. Zach just smirks. It's just a parking spot. Chill out. I'll show you who runs things here. They were coming at each other like they were going to fistfight, but a teacher stepped in before the first punch. Then at football practice, Zach is killing it and Mason hates it. So during a big scrimmage, Mason accidentally trips Zach, making him get a penalty. Zach jumped up looking like a fool and was heading toward getting kicked off the team for his clumsiness. But instead of snitching on Mason, he swallowed his accusations and took the blame. This made Mason take notice. He wasn't quite sure how to absorb the reaction. Okay, maybe this guy isn't so bad after all. After all the drama on the football field, Mason and Zach almost had an invisible agreement, which turned into a friendship. Honestly, I thought Zach would be just another Liam, but he had his own riz despite his blue status dragging him down. The first time I officially met Zach, Mason called Liam to grab me a chair, and Zach looked at him all judgy. Liam's not your butler, dude. Mason just rolled his eyes and then introduced us. So, you're Mason's new Liam. I'm his friend, not his labor. Oh, I loved his attitude right away. Then, during our school trip, Mason started flirting with Stacy, the head cheerleader, again. I told him to stop, but he snapped at me in front of everyone. It's harmless fun, Bella. No one's taking it seriously. Neither should you. Chill. I held the tears back. I didn't think it was nothing. He's mine. I dashed off to cry by myself. Mason didn't need to see how much it hurt me for reals. That's when Zach found me. He asked me a pretty serious question. He's not right. Are you his girlfriend or not? I nodded slowly but firmly. Well, I suggest you give Mason a taste of his own medicine. He's not going to remember anything if it isn't painful to him. Flirt with someone else in front of Mason. The light bulb went off. Why didn't I think of that? I begged Zach to help me. So, the next day at lunch, Zach leaned in close, whispering intimately into my ear, "Try the fries. They're the best thing here." I laughed a little too loud and nudged him. Oh, Zach, stop! You're hilarious! I could feel Mason's eyes on us, and he was not happy. At football practice, Zach casually threw his arm around my shoulders and looked at me seriously. You're kinda cute when you're not stressing over Mason. I giggled at the weird compliment and made sure Mason saw it. He totally fumbled the ball during the next play. Yes! Mission accomplished. Before I could celebrate my small jealousy victory, though, Mason confronted me, all serious. What the hell is going on between you and Zach? I laughed, trying to keep it light, then repeated the words he told me. It's harmless fun, Mason. No one's taking it seriously. Neither should you. Chill. But he wasn't buying it. Bella, seriously, you're getting too close to him. I decided to confess. I was just trying to make you jealous. I wanted you to feel how I feel when you flirt with other girls. His face fell, and for the first time, I saw a flicker of realization in his eyes. After a long pause, like he was trying to find the words, he quietly responded,
"I'm sorry, Bella. I didn't realize it hurt you that much."
I was actually so happy that he understood. I impulsively jumped into his arms, squeezing him tight. That night, I texted Zach. "Hey, our plan worked!" Mason realized his mistakes. "Thank you for all the help." He saw the message, but didn't reply. Weird. The next day at school, I tried saying hi to Zach, but he just straight up avoided me. No eye contact, no smile, nothing. I was confused and kind of worried. Why was he avoiding me? Then Mason told me the news. Zach's grandmother had passed away, and because of his exams, he couldn't go see his family. He was devastated. My heart sank, and I knew I had to do something. So I went to his dorm to check on him. When I got there, Zach looked angry, really angry.
"Get out of here, Bella. I don't want your sympathy."
I was shocked and confused. Why was he pushing me away? What's going on? Why are you acting like this? Finally, after I kept pressing him, he let it out.
"I'm keeping my distance because while we were trying to make Mason jealous, I fell for you. And now I'm not gonna backstab Mason. That's why I've been avoiding you. Self-preservation."
His words hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't know what to say, and before I realized it, I was hugging him. It just felt right in that moment. And then when I leaned back and looked into his eyes, somehow we ended up kissing passionately. But then out of the corner of my eye, I saw someone standing there. My heart dropped. It was Mason. His face was full of shock, anger, and hurt.
"How could you guys do this to me?"
Before I could explain, Mason stormed towards Zach, shoving him hard.
"You're a traitor! I thought you were my friend!"
Zach, still shaken, snapped back.
"Dude, you never loved Bella. You were always flirting with other girls. Now that she's chosen me, you're just insecure."
Mason's face turned red with rage. He shoved Zach again, harder this time.
"You're dead to me!"
Before I knew it, they were both throwing punches. It was chaos. I stood there helpless, watching everything fall apart. I yelled over the den, "Guys, stop! Nobody's even asking what I want! You're just fighting over me like I'm some trophy or something! Look, we all need to take a breather and walk away. None of us are in the right headspace to deal with this." With that, I stormed out of the room, totally done with the drama and confusion in my heart. But of course, the drama didn't end there. Zach stormed off on his bike, Mason sped off in his car, and of course they were both going in the same direction. That's when it happened. Some huge truck came out of nowhere and they both crashed right into it. When I heard the news, I was devastated. All I could think was, this happened because of me. If I hadn't kissed Zach, maybe none of this would have gone down. I rushed to the hospital and there they were, both lying unconscious in the same room. 2 beds, side by side. I just stood there completely confused and heartsick. Who do I go to first? I stared at them for a while and then thought, maybe I should just give them my best wishes and leave. Their families are here. Maybe me being here wasn't the best idea. Later, though, it really sunk in. I realized something. I wasn't right at all. I mean, being in a relationship and kissing somebody else? Not exactly my finest moment. I should have broke it off way back, especially after multiple Stacy encounters. It was just stupid of me to ignore all the red flags Mason was throwing at me by flirting with other girls. That stuff hurt, but I kept tolerating it. I guess that's why I was drawn to Zach. I wasn't even in love with Mason anymore. I was just hanging on for habit. That's not a healthy relationship either. So I decided I need a break from all this chaos. Take a step back from the drama. But of course, does drama ever give anyone a break? Nope. It comes back like that annoying marketing text message you thought you blocked.